Welcome to a Real in Motion special edition Game of Thrones episode 3 review titled The Long Night. Now that's not to be confused with All Night Long, which I believe that's a song from Marvin Gaye, is it not?
No, I think it's the guy who sings Hello, Lionel Richie. Hello.
Oh, Lionel Richie, that's right. God damn, you are so good, dude.
Yeah.
Look at you, man.
I know my 70s music, so and 80s. That's an 80s. That's an 80s song.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, either way, it's still Lionel Richie, so
yeah.
That's cool, man. But with me, as always, my co-host, confidant, and Brutus, Mr. Everett. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. If people are gonna
Did you get that Brutus? Did you get that Brutus?
Brutus who?
Tag?
Brutus Maximus?
Yeah, you remember him?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he betrayed Caesar, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. I was like, he called me Brutus.
Okay, good.
Okay, I rolled.
Yeah. You fucking traitor.
Let it go, John. Let it go.
I can't do. Hey, we've been talking about this even up until today, bro. What is today? Wednesday? We recorded that on Sunday.
We recorded it
on
Sunday. Was it Sunday night or Saturday night?
Yeah, Sunday. It was Sunday in the afternoon.
Sunday, yeah. We've been going at it like since then.
You know, I think for those that don't know, we were talking about Avengers, and you know, I think at the end of the day, it's about, you know, expectations and reality and all that stuff, and so I'm okay with going, all right, shit doesn't make sense, it's fine.
And I'm okay with going like, yeah.
I know you're okay with just being a fanboy. So
yeah, I was just fanboy now the entire time. Well, the second half.
You know what? That's perfectly okay, dude. That's cool, man. I mean, that's the whole point of them making that film.
Yeah, exactly. It was a fan. It works, dude. It was a fan service. Most of it
was. But you know what wasn't a fan service?
Well, it wasn't a fan service.
This fucking Game of Thrones episode.
The best movie that came out.
The best thing that has been out for in a long time that I've seen, where I was floored.
Yeah.
Now I talked about it a little bit, just a little. I didn't go into depth and everything, but I want to get your initial thoughts. Like what were you thought as soon as it starts? Like, what do you think?
I was amped for it. I was ready, and my initial thought was when I'm gonna go like at the very beginning when everything was starting.
Actually, I'm gonna tell you that. So we're gonna break it up. Basically, the first 15-20 minutes before the Dothraki ride.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about everything before the Dothraki ride out into battle.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. What's on the beginning? Shit, man. Now I'm drawing a blank before the.
That's all right. So you remember? The moment.
All I remember
the
Melisandre getting there and lighting the swords up. I was like, oh, it's about to go down.
But, so keep in mind, we basically see Sam from Sam's point of view, and what I loved about this opening was it was basically like a one-track shot,
right?
Where you're paying attention to Sam, you're seeing how nervous he is.
Yes, because he's like following him everywhere he goes.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it transfers to Lyanna Mormont kind of doing her command, which is awesome, and her setting up on the inside of Winterfell, which is great. And then you have it moves from Lyanna to Alice Karstark and Theon, and them taking Bran out to the Godswood, and then it transfers to Tyrion.
Yeah,
and he's getting his alcohol, and so
as usual.
It was just exactly. Like, why not? Like, dude,
I'm gonna die.
Like, I'd be drunk.
If I die, I would die. I'm gonna die drunk.
I mean, might as well, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it transfers to that, and then all of a sudden it goes up to like Arya and all of them. But I mean, just that opening tension was, I mean, something we don't really get, you know, from other films, because obviously if that was like the first introduction to Game of Thrones, you'd be like, what the fuck are they doing? You know what I mean?
Bro, it was tense. Now that, because I was drawing a blank there when the show started, but it was like, it was a deafening silence throughout to the minute that they started showing like the formations for the battle. But so it was like, I was tense. I was like watching, so what's going to happen? Where's it going to start? And even when they were lining up for battle, it was like a quiet, good 2 minutes and a half. But it was just like tension building up. So the directors, they did a good job building up the tension and the not the momentum, but the tension. Just like put you at the edge of your seat just to see when is it going to start and what's going to happen at the beginning of this battle.
Yeah, and it was Miguel Sapochnik who directed it. He also did Battle of the Bastards, Watchers on the Wall, and then Wins a Winner. So like he's pretty he's their go-to action type director.
Okay.
And I remember, so when it first started, okay, I was literally on the edge of my seat. I was anticipating this thing as far as excitement was concerned. I had no idea how this thing would go out, how it would play out. There was no any kind of signs, no, hey, look, this is what we're probably going to do, or this is probably how it's all going to play out. So
right.
I was allowing myself to experience it like fresh. Like I wasn't going, oh man, they should have done this or they should have done that. I was just like, okay. And then Melisandre walks up out of nowhere. Like, where the fuck she come from?
That's what I find. I was like, did she come from the walkers? Because she must have,
right?
Because she came from the same direction. Didn't see her? Did she fly in on?
I mean, maybe she was hiding with ghosts. I don't know.
Maybe she's not seen by the walkers.
You would think that would be like her main enemy, you know?
Yeah. Because I think, which we're gonna get into, that was pretty much her whole purpose of being.
Right, and I don't know where she came from. She said she went to Volantis last time we saw her.
Yeah.
She also told Varys, she needs to die in this country before she can really be gone.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden she shows up. Last 2 minutes, home stretch.
Yeah. I was
zone.
not expecting her. She was the last person I thought that was gonna show up when you heard the horse approaching the Rocky,
Dothraki.
Yeah.
Not Rocky. Dothraki.
Dothraki, yeah, whatever.
Jeez.
Let's crack.
You drinking again?
Listen, man, I'm not drinking today. I should be. No, last time I needed it. Good thing I did.
Last time I needed a drink after we were done.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you had a couple of shots after, like, fucking Benjamin.
Right. Now, I wanted to ask you this question.
Yeah.
Not a question. This is what I thought. When I first saw something walking out of the darkness, and I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but because I didn't know what was going on, I was like, did the fucking Night King send out one of his generals to, like, negotiate or something? What the fuck is going on?
You know who I thought it was?
I know that. What?
I thought it's stupid because we know he died. I thought it was Benji. I was like, as a walker.
Oh. Hey, dude, it could have been like, who knows?
I was like, wait, is that
Benjamin? It could have easily have been Benjamin, just like it was Melisandre. Like,
yeah,
it would have been completely random as well.
Some random.
Like, oh fuck!
Because the last time he rescued Jon Snow, he just came out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck did that come from?
He was just looking at the perfect time. He's like, all right, now I can make it all.
Yeah, now I can rest.
Yeah. But. So we see Melisandre come out of nowhere. Cool. Hey, dude. She also birthed a baby shadow demon. So whatever, dude. Maybe she just fucking transported there. Who knows? But she obviously went to Volantis for something. Now, what that reason was, we don't know. I'm guessing it was to either get a little bit better, I guess, spells, power, magic. I have no idea.
I think it was
because.
Go on.
What?
I thought.
No, I was just thinking, like. She obviously had to do something in Volantis to give her the confidence to where she gains the power and ability to light all of the Iraqs on fire. Because until Thoris and Beric, those are the only two we've ever seen actually light, physical swords on fire.
Right.
And so I was like, "Oh shit, dude!"
I thought it was about to go down. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. So it gets up to that moment, and mind you, it was pretty dark throughout the episode, and I know Fabian Wagner's gotten a lot of heat.
Yeah, a lot of people bitching about that. I couldn't care less.
Well, what did you think? Because I loved it.
I loved it. One thing is that I understood that it was gonna be a night. When from the last episode that they say they are right next day at night, I was like, okay, I know the whole battle is gonna be at night because from a CGI perspective and special effects,
and budget and practical effects.
In practical effect, the night shot is much better because you see less of those people wearing practical makeup and the CGI can be easily manipulated.
Correct.
So I understood that's what was going to happen. It didn't bother me at all. If you don't have 4K, tough fucking luck.
Wait, what?
If you don't have 4K TV, tough fucking
luck. Yeah.
Tough luck. But it looked fine to me. I turned off the lights. I mean, we started watching it. It looked cinematic. Every fucking shot looks so damn cinematic. It was.
I know. That's why I was like, dude, I was seeing all these people. Like me and Avery were watching it in the dark, in complete darkness. Like why else? Like we watched fucking everything else in complete darkness. That's the way we roll, man. Sorry.
That's it. You get it. You immerse yourself in the ambiance of the movie.
Absolutely. And so when I saw those rocks all get lined up and start going into flames and all of that stuff, I went, holy shit, dude. Like they are serious. And I liked how they let it go. Like okay, cool. It's all on fire. Right, cool. Then Melisandre comes in. Davos opens the gate, and all of a sudden she hits us with a, "Don't worry, I'll be dead by dawn." I was like,
that's why I think that's why she never showed up before, because she knew Davos was gonna kill her right on sight. So that's why.
Probably. That's probably why she waited till the last moment.
She probably knew, like, this motherfucker's gonna kill me next time he sees me. Let me wait to the last.
She was like, fucking Davos,
like,
man.
Chill up, dude. I'll be gone by morning anyway.
Right, and you know what? I will say this though: seeing Melisandre and Arya do like the fucking Mean Girls look.
Oh yeah,
that would have been really awkward if Gendry was like out there, like if he knew it. He was like, imagine seeing your ex and then now you got your new beau and
you had my man first.
I've been in that situation. Believe me, it's not fun. You're just like, hey, let's how about we go the other way?
Have I been on my 40 something years? I have. Yeah, I think every man has.
So it was interesting because they did share that kind of look, and other than Arya being jealous, she knows why. She took the V car from Gendry, so whatever.
Yeah.
But okay, cool. So that's like your build-up, right? Because all of a sudden you're kind of wondering like what's going to go on, how are they going to do this, and let me, before we even talk about this, and I mentioned this in my real talk. When you think of battle strategies, when you think of war, and you think of all of this stuff, what are some of the things that you would account for as far as humans go? At night, battling. What would you think is a pretty big, I don't know, thing to have, right?
Thing to have? Fire?
Maybe fire, but also rest, right?
Fully rested,
Fully rested, full health. As far as eating is concerned, right? You want full strength at all health and all of that stuff, right?
Fed belly, I guess.
Yeah, you would need to be well fed to be able to have the endurance to be at night, because you got to remember our endorphins aren't adjusted for nighttime anything. That's why we go to sleep at night.
True.
Everything we do at night is for a purpose because of how our bodies are.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fully at rest.
Evolved. Yeah. So imagine you're the Night King. Why in the hell are you going to make your men, your dead men and women, charge anything
during the day
when you know that your enemy has to either rest, they have to do something. They can't just stand there 24/7
right
without anything. So a lot of people were also going, well, why did the Dothraki charge? And it was something that I was thinking about, and I was like, well, they've kind of shown us all the time the reasons why that would even make sense. So every time the Whites have been, and you mentioned Uncle Benjen, what happened when he saved Mira and Bran? What was he on?
He was on a horse.
And how? Because he was knocking them all out. He was doing his stuff with his flame,
he was
right?
With the mallet, swinging mallet thing that he's always... Yeah.
He was taking out Whites that way, and then all of a sudden he gets them on the horse, and they're able to escape, because guess what? Horses are faster.
Right.
Same thing with Jon. What happened with Jon? He comes in with a horse. Same thing. So just imagine the Dothraki, whenever they fought the Lannisters. I mean, they were fucking taking out all of their men like that.
Oh yeah.
So the army of the dead's not going to charge. They have no reason to charge at the humans or the living.
They could have stayed there for months and wait for them to die of starvation and then just charge.
Exactly. So they had no reason to charge towards the living. And so seeing the Dothraki, it starts to make sense because you go, well, they're all on horseback. They can all they're like mounted knights. They can take down a lot of these, if you're thinking about it, useless whites because they're probably not ready to battle a horse, much less a Dothraki on a horse.
Right.
So seeing that charge, at first I kind of questioned it, but then as I thought about it, I'm like, well, shit. I mean, it starts to make sense why the Dothraki can get there faster and start that battle a lot quicker.
Right.
I just don't think that they were expecting to see fucking big-ass white giants there. I mean, it was some of the most breathtaking pieces of cinema just in seeing that, because you're seeing the trebuchets launch the fucking, I guess, what would you call those? Cannons?
Yeah.
I don't know. And so when you see Ghost and you see Jorah and you see them riding in and it looks so like, oh shit, man, maybe they're about to fucking just take out a bunch of whites.
About to take half of the walkers.
Yeah. Are they about to like fucking really get in this shit?
What I found funny is that Melisandre lit them up so they can see them. Just for a minute, it was a cool effect, but we didn't know that it was supposed to see them be shut out by their walkers. Like, dude, that was a nice idea to come up with. Like, it's light up their swords, so then the rest of the soldiers who stay behind could see them just go into obscurity after a couple of seconds later. So,
I mean, as thinking about how to keep an entertaining battle,
because when I saw those lights going out, it's like, oh shit, now it's real. Now this is gonna get really I was like, oh my God.
I don't know if you heard it, like whenever I was watching it, I mean I turned my 5.1 sound system like fucking loud, like I make it seem like I'm in a fucking theater.
Okay.
when you were watching that, and I don't know if you watched it like this, but you can hear the Dothraki, like as it starts going down, you start hearing
the screams.
But yeah, you start hearing the screams, and then you start hearing like the fucking undead screams. You're just like, oh shit, dude.
Like they're eating them alive.
Yeah, and you're just like, fuck, dude. Dany just lost her entire Dothraki horde. Like that.
And that was like the fearless Rockies.
They had never fought the undead. Yeah, they had never fought the undead. You know what I mean? They had never seen anything like that. And and they're also not unsullied, so they're not trained like that. They're just fucking, for lack of a better word, they're savages.
Yeah.
So, seeing them get taken out in one fell swoop. Well, I can understand.
They are trained warriors. That's what they do.
You know what I mean? But they're not unsullied. You know what I mean?
No, they're not disciplined like the unsullied. Yeah.
Yeah, they'd kill themselves if you commanded it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was nice to see that kind of like play where it's kind of shocking. Like you think, oh, okay, cool, man, they're about to like start taking out the army, and nope. And then Dany gets on and rides some dragons, and
she couldn't bear see her entire army, half of her army decimated.
No, I don't think that was half. I think that was all of them.
Well, half of her army, because the other half is the
Unsullied. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, and then now the other question I had, and I'd mentioned this too, but Ghost is riding up there with Jorah. Like, where the fuck did Ghost go?
I know. Then you know what? I'm not gonna get into it, but it was good to see him come back alive. It was good. It was good to see it, because I was like, oh shit, he's gone, and Tormund is gone too. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden all of a sudden you see them, just them two, and Ghost come back like, oh motherfucker, you go.
Yeah, I get. Maybe Ghost head under the snow or something. I don't know, but waiting to see what would happen after that, to see that we were like, they were on the charge. They were not. They weren't waiting in the back anymore. Like, they were literally coming and to face the Unsullied, and just seeing that kind of wave of undead.
Oh man,
dude, that was
a sight to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think what they tried to do was limit, or not limit, but they wanted to give the effect that you were involved in that battle. And that's the whole reason why the lighting was a little darker than normal, because that's a real life situation.
I feel invested, not involved. I feel invested. I was like, shit, man,
yeah.
they kill all of them.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that we were talking about is like how many main players are gonna die, and all of a sudden we see half of her army decimated. It's like, oh, I guess that many right off the bat.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, that's what we're going for, huh? All right.
Okay.
because the last thing I was thinking was that many people were gonna die that quick. You know what I mean? Like, right. I get that they were going to be fine. I know we were going to see some casualties, but
right.
Dude, that's fucking all of them.
But
like, that's not
crazy, because you look at that like, oh my God, this is going to be an unsurmountable mountain to climb, because, I mean...
And that was before the storm, dude. That was before the Night King decides to just throw in the Night King basically was an X-Men for that show.
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
All of a sudden he turned into a Storm. I didn't know
he was Storm.
I didn't know he had the power to command the weather.
Well, I think it was hinted to us, because you remember John was like, we can't wait out the storm, because he does bring the storm. So like, and you remember like in season 1 when or season 7. When we start seeing the giants and all that stuff, we see the fog and all the storm and all that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was technically there. We just never had seen it like that. Like, that was fucking X-Men level.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? That was X-Men 2 level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just showing love to Halle Berry.
Fucking Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Sweet Halle Berry. Go on.
Yeah, and when that happened, what happens with Danny and John? Like, they fucking run into each other.
Yeah.
Because they can't see shit either.
Yeah, wait, yeah, because you're not even touching on the little scene where they charge in the walkers, and you see the fires flying above them. That shot reminded me of the Zack Snyder when the Amazonians are charging Steppenwolf's forces. And so, because you see all the horses like going, and you see them with a sword lit up, and then you see the cannons just flying over them. It's like, this is a movie.
You're talking? Yeah, no, I was talking about the trebuchets. That's
you going way far ahead right away, because like you're not even going to the part where Jon Snow and Mother of Dragons. Oh my God, Danny.
Oh, Rhaegal, yeah.
And they just got
Drogon.
and they got on their respective dragons.
I mean, John is borrowing one. He's not. Yeah, that's not his.
That is his dragon, man.
That's not his dragon.
He said in the last episode, in one of the last episodes, they said, "You ruined horses for me forever. I'm not getting a horse anymore. I'm running this bitch now."
Okay, so he's just commandeering dragons now. Okay, Aegon Targaryen.
He's a Targaryen, so.
I mean, you're kind of right. No, but I was saying that I got there. I said Dany dropped on her dragon. She just saw the Dothraki get fucking swallowed up by that.
Yeah, she couldn't wait to get in. Yeah, but she's about it. She was like, I'm gonna get on this cannon, and I'm gonna ride it right into the White Walkers and just light them up.
And luckily she did, because when the Horde finally gets to the Unsullied and it starts taking out where the front line is.
Yeah,
dude, I know the Unsullied are doing their best, but they're like just getting fucking overrun. So finally when Danny flies in and boom, you see the light and all that, it's fucking badass. But you know what that does is that seeing the light and seeing the fire and seeing how fucking many undead are actually out there, Arya basically looks at Sansa and goes, "Get in the fucking crypt right now."
Because it was an ocean of freaking walkers.
Exactly. She's going, dude, get in there now. I know I know they haven't even crossed any of these barriers. Get the fuck in there right now, because what we are just seeing right now, you're not going to survive. And I like the callback of when she gives her the fucking spear and she's like, I don't know how to use it. Well, stick them with the pointy end.
Yeah. That was a callback to Jon Snow when he gave her a needle.
Exactly. And then you see Sansa go in the crypt. And I mean, I don't know, for me, for what it looked like, I don't know for you, but you see her, it felt like she was crying. Yeah. On her way there. Like, her face looks like she was crying. Like, just unbelievable of what she just saw. And everybody that's in there is going, like, what's going on? And she doesn't even fucking say a word.
She's stunned. I mean,
exactly. I mean, yeah. When I first saw it, I was fucking stunned. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Yo.
Now, one of the things that I did see, though, I don't know if you noticed it. I mean, it's real quick, it's real small, and it's real minor. And I'm surprised that they didn't really I would have figured that they would have shown it from maybe closer. But when Dany's going across, there's at one point she actually breathes fire on a giant. So she actually takes out another giant.
Oh, she did. It was two giants, right?
Oh yeah, there's two giants, and so she kills one giant, and then obviously we'll get to that later. But so it was weird because they didn't. I see it. I mean, you see it real quick. It's not something that they make evident that she is taking out a giant. But I mean, dude,
but it was just
fucking gets burnt.
It was just too much going around. Like the fuck.
I know, dude. There's a shot that you see Drogon in the fucking way back of the screen, or like in the depth of field, and you see him burning out. Like they were fucking adding so many places.
Every time she took one flight above them, and she was lit them up, and then she came back again, and Jon was doing the same thing, and they spent a good 45 minutes in that show going back and forward. So,
dude, I fucking loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love every time I see them on the background, just lighting them up. So
yeah, that backlight.
Imagine how many walkers were there. Shit.
Dude, I mean, they were surrounded. Then we get to basically Theon and the Godswood, and seeing Bran give him that speech. What'd you think of that?
Theon. the one before he beat the dust.
Well, not necessarily there, but right when Bran basically goes, "Hey Theon," and Theon's like, "Hey Bran, I want you to know that."
And they told him everything that you did led you back home. Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't do nothing for me until the second time they spoke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because at that moment, I'm like, okay, I get it. Destiny brought him back home. But the second time, that's when it was like, shit.
No, he was done.
That's when he got me. Because then I remember all the shit that he went through. Like all the stuff that he did to the Stark, just went out the window a long time ago. When he...
I know. Yeah, I know.
But when I saw him sacrificing himself, it touched me.
I mean, and he was taking out some fucking whites.
Yeah, dude.
He was not messing around, dude.
Nah, he was not scared. He was not. Rick is being long gone.
Yeah, Reek died, I think, after John. After John talked to him.
Yeah, talked to him.
I think that was. Yeah.
When he went back and got his sister, that's when he grew a new. Mm-hmm. That's when he grew a new pair.
Well, that's when his balls finally dropped.
Yeah, finally. A new pair. He got a brand new pair.
Yeah.
Papa got a brand new bag.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that, man.
Sorry. He just popped into my head.
But so right after that, so actually not right after that, but during that, then Bran's like, all right, I'm out. Then we see him fly, basically warg into some ravens, which I think a lot of people are missing this shot. But when
I saw the ravens behind the white, the Night King. Yes,
not even that, but when they're flying towards that, and you see Drogon fly and fucking throw fire in front of him. Like, that's a badass shot, and I feel like everybody's just glossing over it.
You know what's my favorite shot? When and I know I'm jumping a little bit ahead. It was when Dany ran into the White Walker and she lit him up, and you see the dragon just spitting fire, and he's just flying above, and you see it like that frame shot, that frame right there of the dragon flying above the the Night King and just breathing fire in him. That was
oh yeah.
I was just in awe of that shot right there. I love white shots, and that was just fucking beautiful.
Yeah, the lighting on it is unreal. But and
when they were fighting, dude, when they ran into each other.
Yeah, I'm telling, like that they basically had a Dance of Dragons right there for us.
Yeah,
like, god damn,
that was
dude,
savage. Like when they were fighting, when they were fighting Viserion was savage. He was just like ripping them apart. He was just like,
yeah, that was weird, dude. He has fucking jaw ripped off. Anyways,
yeah,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But so okay, we see the Night King, and we realize that the Night King's actually in the back of Winterfell. He's not in the front. And then we get that really cool shot where you see him stretch his arms out. Because right before that, we see Melisandre. You know, everybody's falling back. They're realizing, holy shit, dude, we have to get back to the Winterfell. Like, we cannot just be out here in the open, but we also have to light this fucking trench.
Right.
That was the whole plan. Like, the plan was to draw the dead closer to the trench so that they can light it out, right?
Right.
Kind of almost like a better version of the water, you know, on and beyond the wall.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It would stop them, which makes sense. They can't swim.
Right.
They would sink. So when I saw that they were going to light up the trench, and they couldn't because Dany couldn't see Davos.
Right.
And that's right. So when we saw Melisandre start walking out there, I was like, "Oh shit, she's gonna light it up, dude!" And then the build up to that light up,
it was
unreal.
Intense,
dude. Unfucking.
I thought she was gonna bite the dust there.
So did I. I was like, "Holy shit, dude!" Because you could see that she was doubting herself. Like, she's looking to her left, her right. She's going, "Oh fuck, dude, maybe I'm fucked." And literally right at the last moment, and I know that that's classic. I mean, that's a trope, but who cares, dude? Not in Game of Thrones, not whenever you're going, dude, they just fucking swallowed whole Dothraki army. Like, no, she could easily die right there, and we don't know.
So like she said, she looked shook because she was like,
dude, she
didn't
fuck.
Like, oh, this was not part of what I saw in my visions.
She's like, damn it, roller. So and then all of a sudden, it just. I mean, everything lights up, and then we see even another amazing, breathtaking shot of Dany on Drogon as she sees it lights up. I mean, dude, like I'm saying, there's so many cinematic moments in this one episode.
I think I've seen that. How many times did you see the episode?
I'm not gonna lie, I was just watching before this, so before this, it'd be my fourth time.
Oh, then okay, you got me beat by one. I watched it like 3 times. I watched it again right after the episode was over, and I watched it yesterday again. So.
Yeah, see, I've watched it each day in a row, and I was just watching it right now before we did this. That's why I have a lot of this stuff in my head right now.
Like fresh, okay.
Yeah, it's all fresh, and yeah. I mean, I'm just a loser like that. Sorry, but you know, when we see the whole light around the moat, that I was thinking at that point in time, I was like, okay, great. Well, that's gonna stop because you remember, I think I told you this. Or maybe I mentioned it. Like, I had a feeling that moat was going to create a barrier so that the whites couldn't get past it.
Right.
Makes sense, right? I mean, that's the whole reason why they did it. Yeah, I wasn't thinking that the Night King was going to go, nah, I'll just go ahead and sacrifice them so that they can get past it.
Yeah, that was...
I mean...
He commands them. He has more to spare, so...
Yeah. And rightfully so. I mean, they're already dead, so who cares, right? But... So when I saw that, that's whenever I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that plan is not going to work out the way they thought, because the moment that they get any kind of barrier to cross, they're just going to fucking flood in, because nobody was, you know, right there just trying
it was just the wall. And then, and then when they actually put out the fire and they started walking in, they went World Z on that wall.
Yeah, they did. That was exactly what I was thinking. I was like, God damn, like in my head as I'm watching it, I'm like, damn, they should have fucking really like built things to where, you know, where the wall was, like kind of the same thing that you couldn't climb up. But I mean, dude, you only have so much, You know what I mean? Prep time. It's not like they had fucking months to plan it out.
No, they didn't, because
you know what I mean? As far as like a battle.
Yeah, they just went to fight because they didn't really have time to map it out or draw it out like they're doing with Cersei's. But
oh yeah,
and this guy
don't even get me started.
Yeah, and they savages, so it's no real planning. They don't have like real strategy, just attack, pretty much.
Right.
They don't have other weapons but just their bodies. One thing is like they die. Well, when they die, does the Night King has the power to bring him back again, or it's just
no,
it's just a one shot deal?
Yeah, because they were killed by Dragonglass and Valyrian Steel.
Oh, okay, so that's okay. All right.
Yeah. So I mean, but I mean, still, they that is how many fucking Dothraki did they kill that they now have basically? Yeah, now they wanted to.
Yeah, they were part of his army now.
But that brings up a good point, because at the end of the day, the Night King was very specific on what he was trying to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
And so as we start seeing the dead start coming in here, so that happens like within the first 20 minutes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we're already seeing them break the barriers, and so I really enjoyed that they split that up to where now all of a sudden Arya's on the inside and she's having to basically face this horror type situation. Mm-hmm. Like, because at that point in time, when she comes up to that one white and she has to like stab her in the throat, I am not bullshitting. I honestly thought that white just stabbed her in the throat. I was like, oh, you fucking kidding me? That's how Arya is gonna fucking die?
I didn't see that.
But I mean, I was just like, that's how like on the edge of my seat, because I had no idea who was gonna live and who was gonna die. So I was like, oh shit, dude. And you know, it was just such an intense fucking moment because, dude, she was kicking ass outside. Yeah, like,
bro, she just went Van Damme on them. I mean, she was like Neo with a stick. I was like, damn, she's taking them out. Like nobody was touching her until she got that concussion.
Yeah.
And I was like, then after that,
she just did a hit. She hit one of the salt packs and she got back up.
Yeah. But she was
like, put me back in, coach.
But she was a badass. Like this is her best performance overall. Period.
Oh, yeah.
All the way to the end.
Obviously, with her Air Jordans.
Yeah.
But
I want that shirt. You see that shirt where Arya had Jordan?
Fucking crazy, man. People are crazy.
Yeah, I know. They just come up with this crazy shit.
It's like the World Series. Like as soon as they win, you know, boom, they got a T-shirt. I'm like, oh, okay. But I did enjoy a lot of the. I mean, again, we can move to like the dragon battle and all that. I mean, they weren't messing around when it came to this spectacle being grounded in reality somewhat. And I think seeing that reality and seeing how it was lit, because once the trench gets lit, basically it's like a full-on orange glow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't get how people were, you know, not upset about it. I get it. Like if you're watching it with any kind of light around the room, you're not going to see shit. Sorry. True. And so I could appreciate the cinematography and the lighting and the way things were. Let's just say this, up until this point, because right before we get Lyanna Mormont's death, did you think we were going to have more deaths by then?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did. I just didn't know who. I felt that I thought Arya was going to bite the dust. I thought either Jaime or Tyrion was going to die, but not both of them. I thought one of the Lannisters was gonna die, and I thought at least one of the Starks was gonna die.
Hey, but you gotta remember, dude. Jon Snow said it first in the first season that you Starks are hard to kill.
What's that?
Said Jon Snow said it first.
Oh yeah,
Starks are hard to kill.
Yeah, they are. They are hard to kill. Even though Sansa don't know how to fight, so I thought that but I didn't think she was gonna die. I thought it was gonna be either Arya or they were gonna give Jon an awesome send off. But right up to the end, I was like, they haven't shown a shot that I saw in the commercial, so I was like, oh no, he's gonna make it to the next episode.
So, who? Jon?
Jon Snow. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, because I thought he was gonna die, but then I remember that like it got to the point where it was like, okay, no, it's nighttime, he's still there in the fight, so he's gonna make it to the next day because it's in one of the trailers that they showed before the show started. There was one like frame of a second of a shot that they haven't shown in the shows yet. So I'm like, okay, he's gonna make it to the next show. That's the only reason why I knew he wasn't gonna die. But I thought Danny was gonna die too. Like to me, like everybody, it was all for grabs. But I didn't. Even though we had a little disagreement, small, minute, like I didn't feel like none of the key players died. None of them. Like, Jorah.
How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna do it to Jorah, dude?
Like Jorah,
Theon?
But he's
fucking
like,
kidding me, dude.
He's not even the hand anymore.
And dude, the Night King, he's not a main fucking character either. Okay.
Like I get Jorah Mormont. The House of Mormont went down, and
bro, he's been there since day one.
Yeah.
Same with Theon.
When I said
what more do you want? What do you want them to do?
When I say one of the main players, I'm talking about those playing for the Game of Thrones. Meaning the Starks,
that's Danny.
the
That's it. Danny and Sansa. No, just Danny and Sansa.
Danny, okay.
She's the only one wanting a throne, right?
Okay.
Same with Sansa.
But you get what I'm saying, though, right?
No.
Why you like to disagree with me? We just made up. No.
I'm just saying, man. There were some deaths that I didn't think I was.
I think.
I mean, there's only now. I will say this. I'm not saying that I'm okay with the people that died.
Right.
I mean, I think it would have been. I think maybe poetic.
Right.
To have like Jamie, or not Jamie, but Brienne die.
I thought Brienne was definitely gonna go.
Because here's what I was thinking. Okay, she gets knighted. That's great. She does her deed and then she dies.
Exactly. That's the reason why I thought she was gonna bite the dust. I was like, okay, she fulfilled her dream. Now she probably can die, and like that was to me that would have been her arc. She became a knight. Now she can go and die, and we'd be all fine with it because she at least achieved the pinnacle of who she wanted to be before she died.
Yeah. Oh, and then I would have been okay with like maybe Jamie killing Cersei, but also her somehow killing him. I don't know. Something's gonna happen.
I think it will be very fulfilling if Jamie kills Cersei. We don't know what's gonna happen, but I feel that would feel very fulfilling because everything that's going wrong in his life is because of her. And everything that's going wrong.
He's going to become the Queen Slayer.
Is he going to be the Queen Slayer? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's the King Slayer.
Yeah.
But I think... Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. 2 for 2.
And then, so after that, after we see like the dragons fighting up there and we start seeing them kind of getting closer and closer into it, all of a sudden, that giant fucking walks in.
Oh.
And, I mean, dude.
Bro.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, she's not surviving it, but I wasn't sure like what was gonna. I didn't know how it was gonna transpire. And what does she fucking do? She pulls basically an Alita move.
Oh yeah, she is like, okay, you know who I am? I'm Little Bear, bitch.
Yeah, took him out, dude, and it was.
She was a short close second MVP in that.
She was honorable mention, you know?
Yeah, oh, definitely, yeah.
Because that giant knocked out the fucking wall, or the doors, okay? Yep. Just imagine what he would have been able to do with everything in there had he had survived.
Yep.
So, I mean...
That was a major kill. So, the smallest person after Tyrion killed the biggest monster in the entire squad. How bad? I know. I always love Little Bear, man.
Yeah, but she definitely earned a spot in my favorites.
Me too. She has. We're gonna raise her T-shirt, her shirt, open the banners, one of the banners.
Remember, like Superman.
We remember you.
But then, so we get past that, okay, and now we're getting into kind of like really deep into this because now we're going, all right, well, how is what's about to happen? Because now that we see Arya go in there, and then all of a sudden she gets basically overrun, and then we find out that scene that she's running through, that's what she's running from, and rightfully so. It makes sense, like all those fucking whites.
Yeah.
But one question I was going to ask you is, what did you think of Beric sacrificing his life for her?
I guess it was just the Jesus picture image, because I remember that part where he's like holding the door and he's like is standing there like with his arms.
Yeah, he's like blocking him.
Yeah, so it was like
while he's getting shanked.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like the sacrificial lamb for you, our savior, which we figured out later on. And but
who shot that part? Zack Snyder.
See, I'm picking up a lot. Picking up on things. He always said that was his purpose. Probably he realized at that moment, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's why the Lord of Light brought me back, 6 times?
Yeah.
So,
6 times. And he even said that to John. He said, look, I don't know what our Lord wants, but I know that, I'm not here to help somebody get the Iron Throne. Like, I'm here because I'm here to fight death.
Yeah. So maybe at that moment he realized, okay, she has to live, or you never know. Probably the Lord of Light spoke into his ear, like, save this little girl. She's our savior.
Yeah. Maybe, dude.
Yeah. So I thought it was good. That's another character that I thought that of course he add to the story, but I didn't think like it was a major player. But when he dies, like, okay, it makes sense. Like everything. What was his role in the entire show, and the moment that he died, I felt like, okay, that was his mission right there. So mission accomplished. He died.
Well, and then walks in Melisandre.
Yeah, and exactly, because right after he died, she walked into the room with the Hound and Melisandre. I'm like, okay, so what's gonna happen now? And then Melisandre gave her that speech. I was like,
yeah, I mean, as soon as she said, "What do we say to death?" Or what do we say to the god of death?
Not today.
Yeah, and what was brilliant about that, and I take it back to when I first saw BVS. So you remember with BVS,
those three,
Martha gets abducted first.
Right.
Remember, we see her get abducted before we see Lois.
Yes.
And the reason why I think that was done that way is because you all of a sudden think about Lois, and then all of a sudden you see Superman rescue Lois, and so you as an audience member, because it's what I did. When Lex is basically saying, close, but I'm not talking about Lois. I remember when I first watched it clicked, and I went, oh, shit, he's talking about Martha. And it clicked because I was like, oh, shit, I didn't even think about that, because I, for whatever reason, I saw them take her out, and it was this kind of same moment. Like when she says that, we see Arya running out, but we don't know where she's going.
That's why that scene was taken out of the, not from the extended cut, from the theatrical cut. Because I didn't know he took Martha until he said, no, I'm talking about every boy's little girl, every boy's special little woman. Because of that.
Yeah, no. Well, you see that. It was different. It was like cut a little shorter.
Right.
But you still saw it. And same thing with this. I mean, we see Arya. Now, I looked at the timestamp, and that happens
you're right.
around 45 minutes into it. Like 40-something minutes into it. So... she doesn't appear again until like almost 30 minutes later. So that's why you're kind of, and kudos to everybody that was involved in this, like the editing and all that, because it's put well together that all of a sudden it works near the end, because after we see Arya, we're now basically looking at Jon and the Night King, and then all of a sudden your favorite shot of Dracarys on the Night King. I mean, now when I saw that, my first initial thought was, that's not going to fucking burn him.
No, I know.
He's not going to die that easy.
I knew, because remember prior episodes where he just stepped over fire. I was like, he's not.
Yeah, he stepped through the dragon fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I got this, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that smirk though, man.
Yeah, but it was smart to make you believe that couldn't harm him, because like I was watching it, my wife was like screaming like, like, no, he ain't dead.
Yeah, I know. I think it worked for a lot of people. Like me and Avery were like, that ain't killing him, dude.
Yeah.
You know, and also seeing Viserion right before that, we see Viserion go and basically blow his fire, which is blue.
Oh yeah,
and fucking and crush the side of the building, dude.
Oh yeah, and like fire coming out of his neck, and he's like he's dying, but he's not really dying because he's already undead. For his heart.
Yeah, it was crazy to see the how that happened, and then all of a sudden to see Jon get basically off of Rhaegal, who when I first saw Rhaegal go down, I was like, shit, dude, did he die?
I thought so too. That's why I was like, I texted you the next day. I was like,
yeah, I know.
Did he
die?
Like,
nah, he's good, dude.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, he's not. Maybe he's not 100%, but he's on injured reserve.
Yeah, because he took a lot of stabbings from those walkers, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, did he die?
Well, no, he didn't take the stabbing. That was Drogon. He got fucking ripped to shreds by Viserion.
Oh yeah. He got because he put his claws in his stomach. He's like ripped him down. It's like, oh man.
Yeah.
But
and then so then
you know what I thought was gonna happen? Because what? You know that I thought Viserion was gonna just light up Jon, and the fire wasn't gonna do him anything because Targaryens. Because Targaryens they don't get hurt by fire, and I thought.
I think you have to. I think part of that is you have to believe you're a Targaryen.
Oh, is that right?
I'm just kidding. No,
just like, you stupid motherfucker.
You're like, no, I'm a Stark.
You have me going there. you have me going. Like, I was like, I got that superhero reference though.
Yeah. You gotta believe.
Yeah, and so I thought that was gonna be a shot of him getting burned and not really getting burned, and I thought that Dany was gonna see that happening, and that would have like.
But I mean, she already knows he's Targaryen. So.
Yeah, no, he knows, but Dany's still questioning it. So I'm thinking that would have been a good shot for her to realize, like, oh shit, he is really a Targaryen. You know what I mean? So I thought that's what's gonna happen there. Or she was gonna light him up by accident and not burn him.
He's still standing there.
Yeah.
He's like, "What the fuck, dude? Why'd you light me on fire? Same team, same team."
You light up my clothes.
Yeah, right. I was saying, I made a joke to Avery because we were watching that Night King thing, and I go, "Hey, dude, what happens if Night King he emerges with nothing but just his body? Because he's a Targaryen or something." And she started laughing. I was like, "I hope he does it." But
Dr. Mahan situation, they got me shit.
Yeah, fucking just all out, man.
Yeah.
But so then we see that, and so I thought it was a good plot move to have the spear and basically force Dany to fly off, because now all of a sudden she knows that he can throw a spear and
those things
easily can knock him out.
Yep.
And so then we see Jon in the back. When we see him charging,
I thought it was gonna be that. This is the only bone I have to pick with this episode. The only one.
And I think you'll probably change your mind after I say it, but
of course, because you always have the positive way to think about things you love.
Because I'm a good person. I'm just kidding.
I know. I know.
But when I saw him charging up, I went, "Oh shit! Are we about to see like a 1v1 match?"
Yeah, I thought we were gonna get at least a couple of seconds of a nice sword fight, and the Night King was gonna get the upper hand, but he was gonna still.
So let me ask you this question, okay? You're the Night King,
right?
I'm Jon Snow.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen me take out not only a walker in front of you, you know that I've taken another walker out.
Right.
I have Valyrian steel as my sword.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight you either.
You know I'm a fighter, and I'm running towards you, and you know that you can die by my fucking sword.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight you either. I get
exactly.
It. I get it.
No, I know exactly. There is no reason.
I get your point, but now, me as a fan and as a watcher and expecting this monster to go mano a mano with Jon Snow.
Yeah, but he does not.
Something that I always wanted to see.
Yeah, but he's never wanted to fight. I mean, when has he ever fought?
No, he was always like the silent killer. You know,
well, only because once he finds out that the living are finding weapons and stuff to kill him, dude. If he goes out, that's it. There's no army. He doesn't have anything. So, as far as our expectation, I understand. We wanted to see it as fans. Sure, John even wanted to kill him. But the Night King's going, bitch, I don't want nothing to do with you, dude. Like, don't you see that I'm going after Bran?
No,
like,
I know. I knew. No, I didn't know that they weren't going to fight, but that was a letdown. That was the only thing that I could say that was a letdown. Because I know what you're saying. Because it does make sense. It does make sense that he's not going to fight you when I know you're a swordsman and you have Valyrian steel, the only thing that can kill me.
He doesn't know. And we don't know if he can really. I mean, granted, he probably can swing a sword himself, but we don't know that.
Right.
The only people we've actually seen him physically kill is the old three-eyed raven.
Yeah, that's it. He hasn't. Pretty much, he's just been turning motherfuckers left and right. That's it.
Yeah, and how did he kill him? Whenever he was warged into something else. So he was fucking free game. So I get that we wanted to see Jon Snow do it, but then you think about it, dude. Jon Snow has killed so many fucking people, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Ramsay Snow. I mean, he has been the proverbial hero of this entire series.
Well, that's what the writers were saying, that we couldn't make him the hero again. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, because you go. Let's say it played out your way, right? I mean, okay, then what happens? You have two scenarios. Either the Night King kills Jon in a battle, which...
I mean, you can get creative with it. He could have just stay alive and, just...
But don't you think, I mean...
Just go a little mano-a-mano for a couple of seconds where the Night King gets the upper hand and just Jon runs away or something. You know what I mean?
But I mean, don't you think that would have made him look like a bitch?
No.
So I saw this.
He's more than proven himself to be a warrior. If he runs away from a fight when he knows he can win, he's just being smart because we know that's Jon Snow. He gets down.
So here, I'll just tell you this, okay? I saw this diagram. It was called Night King's Faith, the diagram. So out of these four scenarios, if Jon kills him, it's too obvious. That would have been obvious.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't have want that like that.
Okay, if the Night King survives, that's too bitter. Like,
I knew he wasn't gonna survive. That was okay. That never crossed my mind.
Okay, well, if anybody else kills him, it's not prophesized. It's not foreshadowed. So, and then we have Arya, which literally has trained her entire life to be a fucking assassin. She's, was chasing cats. She learned about Serial Pharrell's, water dancing, and she was there to basically say, what do we say to the god of death? The Night King is death incarnate.
Yep, not today.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it was there. Like, whether or not we wanted to see it or whether they thought about it. I mean, they used it as a reason for, okay, you can look back and see it. Whether or not they believed it then, who knows? Did you think that Arya was gonna be the one the entire time? Absolutely not. Okay, but I can tell you this,
because I had a different choice, a different pick, not a choice, but a different pick.
Dude, here's the reason why I think I accepted it the way I did, because I literally had no idea. I did not. In my head, I wasn't thinking that Jon would fight him.
Right.
So, but other than that, I didn't know. I wasn't thinking about who would be the best option, because. At the end of the day, I don't know what they're fucking planning on doing.
Right.
I mean, as we've seen throughout the entire series, the Night King is...
Yeah, we're just seeing things played out.
Correct, yeah. I was just watching it, how it played out. So so when I saw Jon trying to run out at him, and then all of a sudden he raises the fucking newly fresh dead...
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. Like, at that moment, I went, dude, Jon's not going to fight him because the Night King wants nothing to do with him. He's going, nah, I'm good.
And I thought that's when I thought that Jon was going to bite the dust there, too. I mean, he was...
Right, dude, he had like fucking 1,000...
Yeah, he had like a couple of hundreds around. I was like, how is he even going to come out of this one? And all of a sudden, you see him, they cut away from him and then come back, and he has 3 or 4 guys fighting. I was like, what's going on here?
I think they... Danny came in to kind of rescue a little bit, but...
Yeah, but he was in a pickle.
Yeah, he was... That's what I'm saying. The Night King didn't want it. The Night King was like, nah, bro, I got other shit I got to deal with, man. You see me how I'm walking slow? I'm not speed walking. I'm not in the mall. I'm not fucking,
Right.
and all, I'm just fucking, I'm walking steadily. I'm lazily sliding in. Don't worry. And so,
you know who
what?
Before we move on to because I wanted to give you my pick on who I thought was gonna.
Who?
I thought it was gonna be Sam, and then that went out the window when John was walking through the.
when he fucking was like, he looked at him and was like, "Sorry."
Yeah, when he was walking through the courtyard and he saw him laying down crying, I was like, "Okay, it's not Sam."
Sam, dude, you should have been dead like fucking 20 minutes ago, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I don't know really what the point is of him being there, but
yeah,
I mean, maybe to get Ed killed. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, who cares? But seeing that moment, I went, okay. But here's the other thing that I thought at that moment as well. I went, the fact that he is raising all these dead. I went, I'm pretty sure he's gonna die tonight.
Yeah,
something's gonna happen. Yeah, because you can't have that many people and defeat him. You know what I mean?
You cannot because he just tripled his army.
I'm like, dude, no fucking way.
So he
no
needs
way
to
that
die.
they're gonna survive it.
Yeah.
And you had all the dead people that were in Winterfell that fucking raised up. So now you're going, how is that even possible to get out of?
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. That was nice. I mean, it gives some suspense. But the thing that really tripped me out, because I was thinking this, but I was like, nah. I mean, why would it? In the Winterfell crypts, we were thinking that it was all magical and it was all that kind of shit.
I thought Ned Stark was gonna come out.
Well, he was doing the opposite. He was actually they were behind. Sansa and Tyrion were behind his grave.
Okay.
And so the other Starks that were buried in there, they were the ones that were popping out.
Yeah, they all popped out.
Which is it makes sense.
Right.
Like, I don't think Jon was thinking that moment was going to happen, because you got to remember, Jon's only seen it once, and he saw it whenever the battle was over.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. He wasn't thinking that he was just going to raise him again. Yeah. I don't think.
Yeah, that they didn't plan that the whole the way through.
No, they didn't, man. They fucking did not, man. And so, seeing that happen, and they should have at least had like maybe a few Unsullied, or maybe even a few Dothraki, or fucking Ghost in the crypts.
Yeah, in there. That's true. At least one or two.
Like one or two. You don't need a fucking army down there, but somebody that's proficient in the art of combat.
Yeah. Nah, they used Sansa with a blade.
Because here's the thing, when Sansa was like kind of real quick, so Sansa saying something to Tyrion about they would never have worked out because of his loyalty to the Queen.
You picked up on that tension, or was it just me?
I'm telling you, man. Like, remember I told you, I think they're planning that he's gonna betray her. Because even Sansa's calling out the loyalty that he split. Now this time it's with Dany, but No, because I picked up on some. You think that he's gonna betray Dany for Sansa? Yeah, or something like something like that. Because because
Missandei say she defended because they were talking shit about the Queen, and
Missandei was like, dude, y'all wouldn't even be here, okay?
Yeah, y'all wouldn't be here if she wasn't here. You know what I mean? So
but so right. Yeah, so right when that moment hit to where the music started playing, okay? And you're seeing Tyrion and Sansa, I was thinking for a brief moment, I was like, dude, are they about to fucking commit suicide?
I thought they were about to kiss or commit suicide.
Oh, really?
Or both.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, dude, what is about to fucking happen? Because at this point in time, we have no idea how Jon's going to make it through, because all the new dead are fucking rising. Everything's falling down on him. And then we see fucking Viserion land right in front of the fucking Godswood door. Yep. And he's blocking that shit. And so Jon's going back and forth trying to gain, coverage because of fucking Blue Flame. Yep. And you know what I mean? That's why at that moment I'm like, dude, Jon's not going to get to the fucking Night King before Bran does.
No, because Viserion was blocking everything.
Yeah, he was just fucking, going everywhere. And then we see the fucking generals walking in all calmly. They were walking in like Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
I was okay, just They're just coming in chilling, doing nothing.
Like,
I guess
nothing faced me, and we're about to take over this shit.
We're about to win it, and the reason why I was thinking Night King. Obviously, I know he wants to kill Bran, but he wanted to make it personal because if he really wanted to, any of his whites could have run and killed Bran.
Yeah, but you
got to remember.
You think he has to be him though, because he could have done the same thing with the previous Third Eye Raven, and he was the one who killed him himself.
Exactly. He's the one that killed. He's the one that killed the Three-Eyed Raven.
I think it gives him some type of power when he's him who does the bidding.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it could be. That could be like some Mega Man shit. You kill your enemy and you gain
you take
their
the powers.
Yeah.
Fucking Mega Man reference.
Mega Man 10, baby.
I cannot believe you had a Mega Man reference in Game of Thrones.
Hey, dude. That's
all right.
That's I'm a child of the 80s and 90s, man.
Yeah.
But when I was seeing all of that kind of happen, I knew that Jon Snow wasn't going to make it, and I knew that Bran was in that position for a lot of times, like when he had made it back to Winterfell, like when he's sitting there when he meets Sansa and Arya, when he gives her the dagger, like he's literally in the same position as he gives Arya the dagger.
Yeah, he's like sitting there sideways with his side to the tree,
and he gives her the dagger, like he knows what's about to happen. So I know people are like, oh well, maybe they just started figuring it out within the last couple of seasons. Well, okay, cool, dude. They had to, because they didn't have any book sources to go through. I don't get the issue with having it, come from the books or come from the creators. Like, they wanted to create the show they wanted, and that's cool. And because it's the Night King, I guess a lot of people wanted to know the background. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to have him survive. I don't get what the big issue is, because if Jon Snow would have fought him and he died, then he still would have died. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
It's just everybody wanted Jon Snow to fight him because that's the fan service.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's Captain America willing Mjolnir and Thanos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's fan service. That's not what a story is.
No, it's
not. Granted, Endgame's a little different. I mean, that totally works. Fuck it. Who cares?
No, fucking get into that, John.
I was trying to bait you.
Amazing piece of cinematic history there. Shut the fuck up.
It's fucking gross, man.
Oh, come on.
But seeing the Night King, and also, who thought fucking Theon would be facing off against the Night King? Like, dude.
I know. That was my
what are the chances?
That was my second pick to kill him, actually. I thought he was...
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought he was
gonna... wow, dude.
Because even when he went down, he looked at him and I was like, oh, no, he's still alive. He's going to stick around and catch him by surprise.
I was thinking he was looking at him like, yeah, nice try, kid.
Yeah, but no. And then what happened?
Well, so then we see, a lot of the characters kind of really just almost... They're at their end, dude. They're fucking done. They're toasted.
They did that little montage where everybody's dying. They have no energy left. That they're an inch away from dying. Yeah,
and then you see the Night King just strolling in, dude. Like he's a boxer, getting ready. He's got his hype team behind him.
Like checkmate, bitches.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, gotcha, bitch. Yeah. And one of the subtle things I do love about it is, first. We skipped over this, so I apologize. Seeing Drogon get attacked by all those fucking whites, and him having to shake them off. God, was the CGI not perfect on that?
That was the reason, which is fine that it was shot at night, because that was a shot and a half right there. I was like, whoa, this looks fucking brutal.
Yeah, that was fucking intense.
That's why I thought he was dead. I was worried. I was like, I got up in the morning, I'm like ready to go to work.
Started Googling shit, I can't go to work. I need a sick day. I can't even work,
man. Let me find out. And I saw your text message, literally before I jump in the shower. Let me find out if we really died.
Yeah, no, that was some crazy shit.
Yeah, then when you said, no, he's alive, I was like, oh.
Well, but right before the Night King is fighting, or right before the Night King actually enters, we see Dany fucking wielding a dragon glass sword.
Yeah.
And we see Jorah fucking doing his best to take them all out, and he basically he pushes her to the side and opens up his stomach and his chest, and that's how he gets stabbed for like a big time stab.
Gerald died, and he died in love with Danny. I mean,
he died doing what he loved. You know
what
I mean?
he loved, yeah, protecting her. But dang, Danny, you couldn't give him just like one tap kiss in the mouth, on the lips.
No, he's dying, man.
I mean, the man he laid down his life for you. You just give him a peck.
I know. She could have died at any moment. You know what I mean?
Exactly. She could have died too. Nobody would have known.
But she was taking out fucking whites too, man. I was like, damn, dude.
She nice with her hands too. She was handling business.
She was pretty good, man. She was swinging that dragon glass sword like she was a pro.
Yeah.
But then we get to the Night King.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I love the subtlety of the Night King's overconfidence, okay?
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, sure, the Night King is there, and he may be somewhat of a green seer, but it's not like he is Dr. Manhattan. He can't see everything,
no,
right?
He's not all-seeing.
Yeah, and he is so confident that he literally stopped all his whites, built a fucking pathway just to get to the tree, and his generals aren't even next to him. Okay? He is that fucking confident that he's about to take Bran out. And all of a sudden, he just... It's weird because it's like Bran gives him a little look like, oh, you think I'm the one that's going to kill you? And then he, like, twists his head. Like, it's a real, like, subtle... Like, he just kind of looks at him like, wait, what are you doing? And then... boom, he just starts reaching behind. I'm like as I'm watching it, I'm going, what the fuck is like? Is Bran about to just like shank him? Yeah, is Bran gonna shake him real quick or something?
Because Bran, he's staring him down like it was like, I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Bran just sit there like chilling, dude. Like I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, I know what's gonna happen. It's this doesn't face me, bruh.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we just see Arya, and then because we see the little like streak basically of his general's hair.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, fucking Arya, dude. And then all of a sudden, I don't know for you, but for me, it called me back. I went, oh shit, we haven't seen her since Melisandre.
Yep.
And the Night King is death.
Yep.
I mean, dude, is it not?
But when he caught her by the neck.
When he did that, I went, oh, Arya's dead.
Yeah, that's what was like, oh shit. Nice attempt.
Yeah.
Nice attempt, but
it was a great attempt. I was like, damn, dude, like, okay, cool.
And then when she dropped the knife,
as soon as she let go of that knife, I went, nope,
bro,
it was fucking dead, dude.
It was literally 2 seconds on the clock, down by one, down by two, and
that was half-court shot.
Here comes Jordan and take a half-court shot.
Yeah.
Bam. All net.
Swish. Fucking just
that
done,
was
dude.
Fucking amazing.
Because the moment that happened, like, I had to stand up. Because I was not expecting the Night King to get killed by fucking the badass Arya.
I literally jumped like I watch sports because I'm very intense when I'm watching my sports. I jump out of my seat. I start yelling at the TV, and I started like pumping my chest and like go crazy because like I don't know, I'm passionate about sports. But I feel the exact same way when that happened. I was just like pumping my chest, like yeah, bitch.
Yeah, dude. Because when you think back and you remember how I made a full-on Arya saga.
Yeah.
So maybe for me, because I watched that several times.
Right.
Like there's a lot of things in there where she's dealing with the god of death, or learning how to stab things and knowing how to, that's the heart and all that stuff. The Hound telling her, and she's poking with Syrio Forel and then the Hound, and then all of this stuff that you kind of go, damn, dude. Like, I mean, you could see it. It starts to make sense, and then you start thinking, this is Game of Thrones. Like, this is Ned getting his head chopped off. Like
Yep.
Like
exactly.
when I first saw Ned, kind of up there, I was thinking, all right, like I remember my first time watching it, I was like, dude, Joffrey's such a dick, but
but he's gonna live.
I guess we're gonna see him at the wall. I guess John's gonna see his dad again. Maybe they'll talk about his mom.
Nope.
And then just fucking head gets chopped off. Yep. And so that was this moment for the Night King.
That is Game of Thrones. It breaks your heart. So I'm like, I thought that's. Before that even happened, thought that Bran was Arya dressed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was the
shit.
faceless god, but my wife's like, no, I think she takes the face of people that are dead, so she cannot take Bran's face.
I mean, that's a theory because we saw Jack and Hagar with Arya's face before she went blind. So technically, it was like, well, could she wear, people that are alive? We don't know. It's never been established, but
okay, all right. So that's why.
But either way, I mean, it's still.
That was like one of my thoughts. I was like, but then I was so hard jumping from behind. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then I saw her get caught. I was like, no, fucking Arya, dude.
Yeah.
But after that, so because I was in so much shock to see that, like when Jorah died, it was emotional, but I was just still like.
It was overwhelming. It was overwhelming
because you see Jon basically about to face off against Viserion.
Yeah, it was like so many emotions. You see Jon about to bite the dust. You see Jorah dying, so you haven't even processed that well. And all of a sudden you see Arya about to die too by the Night King. So it was like so many things, emotions colliding at one time, and you don't know who to feel for. It's like, do I care about Jon who was about to die? Do I care about Jorah who sacrificed himself? Or about Arya who just about to fucking get turned into a walker too? So
it was definitely an intense and unreal moment.
The director did an amazing, that was phenomenal. Perfectly timed.
Phenomenal.
It was paced perfectly because it's like he wouldn't let up. Either was a tense moment.
I said, it was like 40 minutes in, and me and Avery are like, dude, it's already been 40 minutes in. Like, how is that?
Yeah, I was looking at the clock. I was like, oh, okay, we still got 30 more minutes.
Yeah, that's what I kept doing that. Like, oh, okay, cool. Like, we're good. But I was shocked by how things transpired. And watching it over and over again, like I have, it only gets better because it's so, dude. I know this is me being biased right now, but this is obviously the best episode of Game of Thrones.
Oh yes, this to me, to me, the best one was the Battle of the Bastards, and second was the Red Wedding, but this is by far the best. So far.
Now, what would you rate it out of 10?
Oh, 9.5.
Oh yeah, easily. Shit, I'd be 9.6.
Yeah, and that it'll stay there unless something else better comes. Which I don't know how can they top this though?
Let's put it this way, dude. Okay, that brings me into what we'll talk about. We have to realize that the Night King, yes, was a big bad villain, but he really, you couldn't talk with him. You couldn't do any of that shit with him, right? No,
and this is a villain that never spoke a word.
Right, and but Game of Thrones has always been about a political, the rivalries, the houses, the sneaky people, and that's what the next 4 hours are going to be all about. It's going to be a conniving fucking twist.
That Romans time. Kill the king and whisper who's gonna kill him and how we're gonna do it, how we're gonna betray him, and
exactly, dude. Cersei is fucking the big bad villain, which it should be because she's the one that said it. You play the Game of Thrones or you die.
Yep.
And she's survived them all, hasn't she?
Yep. And the games are scary. That's what, according to Tyrion.
So, dude, there's a reason why the Night King got taken out. And I say taken out this early, but he really didn't. I mean, dude, all of this stuff had to line up so
I thought it was gonna be if you would have asked me at the beginning of the season how it would have played out. I thought it was backwards. I thought they would take out Cersei's first. But
but that would have been too cliche, right?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Maybe that's why I expected it because I was like, that's kind of. Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm not laughing at that. I'm just thinking in my head, that's the reason why when I watch Game of Thrones, I try not to
because it's so predictable. Whenever you think, because everything you think that's going to happen never does.
No.
And that's what makes it makes it so good. That's what makes it so
because
good.
at the end of the day, like I mentioned, if you would have told me, okay, if Jon Snow doesn't kill the Night King, who else would kill him? Dude, I wouldn't know. Like I wouldn't have been confident enough to give you that answer.
Even though I never felt that he was gonna kill him, never did. I always felt that he was gonna
fight him. Something would happen.
That's why it was the letdown. The only letdown I have. Probably that's why I don't give it a 10 because I wanted to see at least a fight. But you're right. The Night King did the right thing for himself.
Yeah, dude. He's like, dude, I ain't gonna fight you, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, here, fight them. I don't care.
Sure.
So I think with adding the fact that a lot of the audio, the score, that song, the Night King song, is just unfucking real.
I cannot say enough how good the soundtrack for this episode was.
I know. Like,
every time they enter into a scene and a new song will play, and it was just like magic. I mean, like
it was a new rendition of previous tracks.
Oh man, it was like homage to everything from the past. And
well, like you know what else it did? I truly think because Ramin Djawadi is like a kind of like an apprentice, but now he's kind of up there. He's like a Jedi Master now. But
okay,
you know, he was under Hans Zimmer.
Was he?
Oh yeah, no, him and Hans Zimmer, they're like
that
buddies.
Explains it.
Well, but if you listen to some of the score in there where it's not any theme, he does what Hans Zimmer did with Dunkirk. Remember how he'd have like a rising beat?
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's rising, but it's like barely rising the way he does it with his musical composition. Like it sounds rising, but he's just raising the pitch.
Right.
And he does that several times throughout this episode to create that suspense without killing it on the like over the head with the score.
He said he set the mood perfectly. Like when it was a tense moment, he played the perfect music. When it was a sad moment, he played the right tones. When it was an action piece, he played like the drums, the good this chant music. I was like, yo, this guy just this episode was just completely it's almost flawless.
It was, and it makes me go,
how can they top this?
How can they top it? But also that means that they're probably going to do something crazy with these next 4 hours because we have 3 episodes. The way they've talked about it is that the first movie, or it's like a first film, second film is the middle, and third film.
Yeah, because even the after the show, the writers they referred to this episode, this movie. They didn't say this episode, but this movie and the next movie and the other movie, etc., etc. So these are movies broken in 3 different episodes. One and a half, 120.
They're all 120 minutes.
Yeah,
dude.
So you give it a.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't know. Oh man, I don't want to get because we discussed that before, and now I'm starting to believe what you said about Tyrion disturbing Dany. So, and I think there's something brewing between him and Sansa.
Yeah, so, and, I mentioned this on my Real Talk. When you look at, go on.
And I thought that something was gonna happen. I didn't think that Tyrion was gonna die. I didn't think he was gonna die because I saw him like kind of developing a relationship again with Sansa. So I thought that was gonna go somewhere, but not anymore.
No, probably not.
But I really don't know. I can't say. I have no vision of what could happen because everything that we thought it was gonna happen, it didn't happen, which is good.
So I'll say this: if you look at the Stark family, as far as the political power that they have, you have Sansa, who is extremely good now, and she's learned from Cersei.
Mm-hmm.
You have Arya, which is a trained killer and assassin, and obviously a Kingslayer into the Night King. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have Bran, who is a intellectual, knowledgeable person who can see the past and future.
Right.
That's just 3 of them. Then you add Jon Snow, who is technically a Stark cousin, but still related to the Starks. And then Dany. And then Tyrion, well, not maybe Tyrion, but then Varys. Missandei, like Davos, like you have all like the side of the living as far as the North is concerned, and you have Jaime and Grey Worm. Like, dude, as far as the military and political aspect, they're almost stacked too much against Cersei because Cersei has herself, and that's it.
And this dude.
Well, no, because Euron's not a political genius.
No.
Strickland isn't a political genius. Qyburn isn't definitely a political genius. And then you still got the plot line of Bronn potentially killing, both the brothers. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's the Starks are heavily favored right now, too much for a Game of Thrones series.
Yeah,
you get what I mean?
So it could spin something different. So you're saying that like they're making it too easy for them?
Correct. Yeah, because you remember when season 7 started, we were all like, dude, how the fuck is Cersei even going to survive? Daenerys is stacked. She was overstacked.
Now she's not.
Now she's not. I mean,
she still got two full grown dragons. So
I mean, still, I get that she does, but she has no Dothraki. We don't even know how many Unsullied survive. I mean, Grey Worm knocked that bridge down. So, right. I mean, he basically sacrificed pretty much half that fucking army to hold the gate.
Well, doesn't he has also the Iron Fleet?
No, I mean the Greyjoys have a little bit. They had 3 ships.
No, wait, they hit it.
No, the Ironborn were in the Godswood. Remember, they all died.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, all the Mormats died.
No, but she still has the Golden Company. So she's super stacked.
She has 20,000. Yeah, she has 20,000.
Yeah, she's super stacked.
That's why I'm going, dude.
That's gonna be a hard fought fight. So.
And because it's gonna be the political minds going at it with Sansa. Dude.
Yeah, so I do now. I'm seeing that more and more that Tyrion turning on her for Sansa.
Yeah, something's got to happen, dude.
In Sansa, I heard they don't get along because I remember that time when she was saying, "How about the North? We vowed not to bow down to any king."
Yeah. So, she was still kind of like, no, I don't want to be under your rule.
Like, I want to be your friend, but we're not cool like that. I'm not gonna be paying taxes to you.
Yeah, and paying taxes. No, King John. But speaking of that, what do you think? What do you think their reaction is going to be with finding out Jon's actually Targaryen?
That's true. Nobody else knows.
Yeah, nobody knows except him and Dany, and obviously Bran and Sam.
I don't know.
Do you think they're going to talk about that?
Maybe I don't know if they're going to talk about it. If they do, I think that might drive a wedge between them.
Between the Starks and Jon?
And Jon, yeah, because now they're going to say, okay, you no longer are family, or you're siding with the Mad King's daughter, and you part of their bloodline, whatever. So,
yeah, and it's going to be interesting because you got to remember, like in the preview, we see toasting and celebrating about the Great War.
But there's one shot of Dany like facing the fire, and you see Jon Snow like slouching and looking somber.
Oh yeah, but I think that's because they're burning all the dead bodies.
Oh, okay. You think so?
Oh yeah, yeah. They released some pictures, and you can kind of tell.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, that's probably emotional for them, because some of his friends, and he probably understands the toll that was just taken.
Yeah.
Like, they got their fucking armies
They
decimated.
got their ass handed to them.
Like, I don't know what they're going to do. They don't have an army.
I don't know. They have two dragons and half of their staff.
I would, yeah.
You know what? And then a positive note, they got more food now.
Yeah, they can at least eat for a little while.
Yeah.
Sansa doesn't have to worry about that. Sansa's like, well, check that right off the bar.
Yeah, there's less mouths.
Food is okay. Yeah. That's fucking hilarious, dude. Fuck, man.
But
overall, I think as far as the show, what they could have done in the episode, I mean, I don't think I could have asked for a more invigorating and heart-pumping action set piece than that show.
No, they completely. That's why I'm like thinking, what can they do to top this? Because everything they did, they hit all the right notes, everything. The action, the suspense, the cinema. I mean...
It truly makes me fucking scared of Cersei. I'm just telling you that much. Because if they decided to use this middle episode to show us the greatest battle that we'd ever seen, and they're going, yeah, but we'll be able to top it with how we're going to end the show.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, the confidence of that is... I'm feeling it. I'm going, all right, dude, because...
Yeah. I'm all in.
Yeah, dude. Like, there's no way that they're going, nah, that was like we blew our load. We're done. Now it's gonna get predictable. No. Mm-mm.
They're gonna avenge the fallen. Now I will try to bait you.
Oh my goodness, dude. They're gonna go back in time, but not really go back in time, and bring back the old Night King.
Yeah, bring the old brand. Let's not get into that.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous, man. So, anyways, I guess that's about it, right?
Yeah, that's about it. So, I guess
Episode 3, the Long Night Review.
Yes.
God damn.
Damn indeed.
Dude.
So, I don't know. All right, guys. So, whatever, just make sure you comment below, like, subscribe, hit us up on Twitter or comment below. I'm repeating myself. Why am I repeating myself?
That's all right, man. It's all good. You can also, too, if you wanted to, if you thought about our theories or maybe agreed with them or disagreed or had any questions about what we would think about certain things, you can always email the show at therealinmotion@gmail.com.
Yes.
If you wanted to. And then, of course, you could follow us on our podcast channel there, therealinmotion.com. Or therealinmotion at... That's it. Sorry. Yeah. And, of course, Ben, where can they follow you if they were on Twitter?
They can follow me on Twitter, Mr_Everts. And always follow the mother page, Real Emotion. No. Sorry. Real Anarchy on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and also online on realanarchy.com.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. So that's it for today. And next week we're gonna do it again. Probably it's gonna be just as long, or probably even longer, because we get passionate about this.
We do, but you can also follow me, since obviously he's not going to introduce me.
No.
You can follow me on Twitter at...
He didn't like Avengers Endgame. I'm still hurt. No, I don't care.
I know, I'm just kidding. If you wanted to, though, you can follow me at Sir as in a knight, SER, _ John, JON, _ Aaron, ARRYN. And that's, again, for Game of Thrones, because I'm a massive fan.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Until next time.
You guys have a great night. And just remember, the night is dark and full of terrors.
Peace.